If you can hear me, Shuhai, I want to tell you that I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I wasn't there to help you. You have to understand that after you sent yourself to the Shadow Realm, I was captured by these drones and taken to the facility. Unfortunately, not only did I lose my Rose Dragon deck, but also my dual disc. It's like I have nothing to fight back. Even though that you're in a coma and not able to continue your battles with me and Geilat, that's when I decided to borrow your deck, as like you're saying that you're lending your strength. Hopefully that it'll be enough to not only stop Vori, but also put an end to this nightmare.
Man, can the duels not be any more annoying with these people? Jeez. Okay. Yarshi told me to meet him here. Where's Yarshi at? There you are, Yarshi.
Hi, Geilat.
Where have you been?
Do you want the long version or short version?
How about the one that doesn't make everybody fall asleep?
Okay, so I got captured by these drones, taken to the facility, and I got rescued by this girl who's able to learn fire powers. She then went back to her own universe. And afterwards, I got possessed by Shuhai's altered self. I had a duel with someone, I don't know who, because I couldn't recognize. I ended up returning to my normal self, and I ended up meeting Shuhai in the hospital, because apparently he's in a coma. He won't be able to join us, but I have able to tame his deck.
You got captured by those guys again? What is their obsession with you so much?
Well,
they think you're somebody else or something?
No, it's because they believe that I'm responsible for the destruction of everything in the city. Everything I was trying to help.
They think
Maybe
they think you're the one that's doing this? No, I don't think you would be the one to do it. I think there's something else worse than what they think of who. They're pretty much coming up with their own, saying, hey, this guy's doing it when he's actually not doing it, kind of. So they're just targeting you because they think you're doing everything to the city and everything that's going around us right now?
Maybe
right?
Maybe these people is right. I may be responsible for these things. I may be causing destruction stuff.
Yeah,
but right now, what's really important is that this universe needs my help, and Vori will not stop until it gets me. And I can't do this without your help. So it'd be nice if you could, like, possibly sneak into Nightmare King's headquarters, find this, like, computer, laptop, whatever, hack into it so you'd be able to attach it to my dual disc. I can send some help to somebody else.
You want me to sneak into my other half, big fortress, and get that laptop from him?
Yes.
Oh, gosh. Okay, that's fine with me. Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
As long as I can get in and out without him finding me, I'll do it.
You know, this reminds me, you and Shu haven't been telling me about these universes you visited while I was visiting other ones. Were there some crazy ones, or just...
Put it this way, they're a lot more stable than the one we're in.
No.
Not as chaotic and people thinking we're other, thinking that we're this person when we're not that, and they're blaming us for everything that's going on. It's like, everybody thinks I'm Nightmare King when I'm not even him. Apparently we look the same.
Yeah.
He's evil and he has a huge tower with a bunch of army. I have nobody. I have nothing but us four. That's it.
No kidding. I had to enter a universe of where I had to learn a rush duel, which it was so confusing. You don't even know.
Rush duels?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. That's a universe I don't want to be in.
Well, you see, it all started when... So you're telling me that the 2 decks that I have won't work here?
Yes, but lucky for you, I have an extra deck that I can let you borrow just for this duel.
What is this? It's almost like a 2-year-old roll on these.
Those are rush cards, and rush cards can only be used during a rush duel.
Okie dokie. I don't know what kind of nonsense you're talking about here, but I'll give it a shot. Alright, let's do this.
Best of luck. I like to take the first turn, if you don't mind, so I can demonstrate to you how it works. I'll begin by normal summoning 2 copies of Ray Dragons and Dragorite.
Hold on a second. You're not allowed to normal summon again unless you play double summon.
Are you new here? Because that seems to be the case. Wow, it seems like I'm really teaching a 2-year-old how to play. Now, in Rush Duel, you start out with 5 cards in your hand. At this turn, you're allowed to normal summon as many monsters you want as long as they're level 4 below. However, if they're level 5 or higher, you have to tribute summon depending on the level, which is something you know in your interpretation. Now, like your rule, you're not allowed to attack on the first turn. However, what I can do is this. Go, fusion! Thanks to this spell, I'm allowed to fuse monsters on my field as fusion material. So I'll fuse my 2 Ray Dragons that we can fusion summon Double Ray Dragon. I'll use Double Ray Dragon's effect. By paying 500 light points, I can be able to set fusion from my graveyard back to my field. And with that, I will end my turn.
Well, I would say it's not bad for a start. Here we go. My turn. Wait. Why am I getting error here? What's going on?
In Rush Duel, each players are not allowed to draw a card at the beginning of their turn. The maximum cards allowed to have in their hand is 5.
Okay, this game's getting a bit ridiculous. Hopefully I win this. Let's see here. So if I remember correctly, I'm allowed to normal summon a bunch of monsters from my hand as long as they're levels 4 or lower?
Yes, that is correct.
Alright. I'll begin by summoning out Cyber Griffin and Cyber Servant. Due to Cyber Servant's ability, I can be able to send the top 3 cards of my deck to the graveyard. So I'll be sending Cyber Dragon, Cyber Stealth Dragon, and Beast Gear's Secret Art Primal Fist. With that, I can draw a card. I'll sacrifice both my Cyber Griffin and Cyber Servant. So that way I can be able to tribute summon for Ultimate Flag Mech Ace Breaker. What am I getting Breaker for? I'm just tribute summoning. Am I not allowed to do that?
In Rush Duel, we're only allowed to use 3 main monster zones and 3 cards in our spell and trap zones. Other zones cannot be used. However, we can use our field spell zone here.
So you're saying that I'm allowed to have up to 3 monsters, but the 2 other zones can't be used. Okay. Not understanding this, but let's get it over with. Alright, anyways, I'll summon out my Ace Breaker to the field. I'll use the effect to be able to send from my hand to the graveyard Cyber Coal and Proto Cyber Dragon. And by doing so, your dragon is destroyed. Now I know that I would have summoned a bunch of more monsters, but I figured I'd be able to save those 2 to be able to use my monster's ability to be able to get rid of your monster. So now, Ace Breaker, attack! And with that, I will end my turn.
Looks like it's my turn now.
Excuse me, you can only draw one card during your draw phase, not draw like a bunch of cards.
Really? It seems like you're really new here. Okay. I'll just be patient with you and take this nice and slow. So, I explained to you about what you can do on your turn. However, I didn't tell you what you can do on your next turn. So you're able to draw cards until you hold 5. Now, anyways, I'm going to take the turn to be able to normal zone from my hand. Lester Dragon, Trident Draco, and the Dragon. Next, I'll use Trident's ability to be able to draw 1 card, because I have another dragon in my field. Next, I'll sacrifice my Trident and my Lester, so that way I can tribute summon Multi-Strike Dragon Dragoness. Next, I'll activate the set card, Fusion, and I'll use it to fuse my Multi-Strike Dragon Dragoness with my dragons, so that way I can fusion summon Hyper Strike Dragon Dragoness F. I'll use the ability to be able to send the top card of my deck to the graveyard. That's unfortunate. My Dragon Double Doom is going to the grave. Won't matter. However, my monster gaining attack points is quite a different story. Now, Multi-Strike Dragon Dragonessa F. Attack! I'll end my turn with 1 card face down.
Alright, looks like it's my turn now. So apparently, according to your so-called rule, I'm allowed to draw until I hold 5 cards. Alright, let's see what I got here. Alright, I'm going to begin by activating the spell card Cyber Entry, which allows me to be able to bring back from my graveyard Cyber Dragon. Next, I'll normal summon, however you pronounce this thing's name, Armado. Then I'll tribute it, so that way I can tribute summon my second Cyber Dragon. Now, you're not the only one who has that so-called spell, Fusion, because I got one too. Go, Fusion! Now use it to fuse both my Cyber Dragons on my field, that way I can be able to fusion summon Cyber Rush Dragon. Before I use my monster ability, I'm going to activate the field spell, Apocalypse Bear Gear World. Not only does this card raise the attack points of my machine monsters, but it also decreases the attack points of your dragons. Wait, what's going on here? Are you cheating? How come your monster is not losing attack points? Because clearly, your monster's name is Dragon, so that has to mean that my field spell would work on it.
Under normal circumstances, yes. However, my dragon is unlike any that you've known. My monster's type is known as High Dragon. So, theoretically, the High Dragon type are monsters that are dragonic beings that have transcended beyond their limits, and generally reference subjects related to ascensions into a higher state of existence.
Now, according to my Cyber Rush Dragon's ability, I'm allowed to draw until I have 5 cards in my hand. Then I have to discard 4. So get rid of these. So that way I can be able to special summon a machine monster from my hand. So I'll summon out my Cyber Assault Dragon. Now, Cyber Rush Dragon, attack!
You know, I could use my set card, but I'm gonna save it until the right moment.
Now, Cyber Assault Dragon, it's your turn to attack.
Not bad.
I have no other place, so I'll end my turn.
You know, I have to admit, you're doing pretty well as a noob, but you have much more to learn than just doing a fusion summon and the way how you're learning how to duel. perfect. I drew the exact cards I need. Now, with the card I held earlier, is one of the pieces I need to summon out my greatest monster, well, my deck. I'm going to use that along with the 2 cards in my hand, so that way I can be able to show you a new summoning method. Go, Maximum Summon! Come forth, you Draco, the Heavenly Emperor Dragon Tree!
Maximum what?
Maximum Summon!
Okay, what's that?
It's when you play a bunch of monsters.
No offense, I don't seem to care, but it just seems way too broken to summon a bunch of monsters. And what is up with their pictures look like they can line up together?
Normally for Rush Duel, you summon out as many monsters as you want, as long as they're level 4 below. However, with Maximum Summon, because I hold the 3 cards with their artworks matched together, I can be able to summon them both at the same time and perform a Maximum Summon. With them together, their strength is unlike anything you've known. And I'm about to demonstrate by activating one of the head's abilities to obliterate your monster. But the downside is that I have to send the top 3 cards of my deck to the graveyard. Now, you Draco, Heavenly Dragon Emperor, attack! Now, lucky for you, you didn't have a set card, or else I would be able to use one of my head's ability. So, I'll end my turn.
Looks like it all comes down to this. It's my turn. And I'll draw my 5 cards. I will admit it's kind of nice that I was able to refresh my hand. Okay, this is not bad. Let's see what I do. Well, it looks like I'm going to have to go with this route. I'll play Monster Reborn.
Monster Reborn? That's quite a legend card.
Legend? I don't know what that is, but okay. Anyways, due to this card's effect, I can build a bring back a monster from either graveyard. Now, nothing good in my graveyard, but in your graveyard, that's a different story. So return to the field and come to my side, Hyper Strike, Dragon, Dragon Star F. Even though that's not strong enough against your Yukara, whatever you call that thing. But thanks to this card, I can turn things around. Go, Card Devastation! Now we each send all cards from our hands to the graveyard. And by doing so, I can have 1 monster in the field gain attack points equal to the number of cards discarded. So since I send 3 cards in my hand, and with you, you have 2, so that's 1,500 times to my monster. Now, Multi-Strike Dracula's F. Attack and destroy that Duke girl, whatever you call that thing.
You fool. I had my set card throughout this entire time, and I waited until this perfect moment. Go, Magic Cylinder! And yes, I have my own legend card. And due to this card, not only is your attack negated, but also you take damage equal to your monster's attack points.
I have nothing else to do. I end my turn.
You know, I admit, you fought well, but not good enough. Time to end this. You Draco, attack Dracostar F and end this!
So you see, it was very complicated, and I hope to never learn how to play it ever again.
Oh, please no. Oh, jeez. I don't want to go to that universe then. I'll make sure.
Yeah, hopefully no one learns that play.
No. Okay, well, I guess I'll be on my way and I'll go and see if I can be sneaky and get into his fortress of scariness. So I guess I'll go and try and get into his tower.
Yeah,
Alright.
I'll see if I can be able to find something that can help.
I hope Geilat is able to make it to Neighbor King's headquarters without any problems, or else there'll be no other way to stop Vori. I wonder if Ryu and the 3 girls were able to stop Vori while I was traveling through different universes. I haven't heard anything from them for a long while.
Oh, great. This room again. So, we gotta figure out where it is, where he put it. The laptop is his main office in here, so his laptop has to be somewhere in here, but where? Gotta hurry up before he gets here because I don't want him to find me here. He's always over here because his desk is right there. This thing's always behind him, and he always doesn't let me go near it. Maybe a button or something, or what I do? Oh. Okay. Excuse me. That laptop does not belong to you. Please give it back to me.
I hope Geilat is able to get into headquarters without any problems. Even with the combined strength of my deck and Shuhai's, I feel like that it's not enough to stop Vori. I'm gonna need all the help I can. But who else can help? Huh? Wait, you're Edward Agliar. Yes? Who are you and how do you know me? It's a long story. To make it short, I've been traveling throughout universes and one of them mentioned you. I even visit your universe and seemingly nothing but deserted. Wait, did you just say my universe is nothing but deserted? What happened to these civilians? And what threat are you talking about?
Those drones were a fool to challenge me. Because of their mistake, this facility shall burn to the ground. It seems that Yarshi is nowhere to be found. Wonder where he could be. Huh? This feeling. I never felt it since. He's back. I don't know how he escaped, but I do know that he won't be around for much longer. Him and Yarshi may think that they have the upper hand, but little do they know, they have no idea what I'm capable of.